In this video, we're going to look at some of the built-in helper methods that we can use inside of our views. These come with Rails. They're pre-built code that we can just utilize right away, and it makes our life a lot easier inside of our views. The first one here you see is H, and you'll see it used a lot of times with the less than %, equal sign, ERB embedded Ruby. And this stands for HTML escape. So whatever the text inside here, this method will go and escape that HTML. So if someone embeds HTML into this thing, it's just going to show up as HTML. And let me give you an example of that real quick so you can see it in action. Let me create a new comment. Let's do an anchor. We'll just do a simple little anchor like that. Go ahead and create it. Now when we come back to our view, you're going to say, oh, well, that's the HTML that you put in there. And that's exactly what happened. If someone was to put in some malicious, HTML or JavaScript injection, that type of thing, it's going to escape it out and you're going to actually see it. Now, perhaps your web application, you don't want that. That's up to you to decide how to do that. Now, let me refresh this. And now, that code comes up and it's properly rendered by the browser as a URL link. And if we go in here, we can actually see that this is a link that we can go ahead and click on if we want to. Actually, I didn't set that properly format that, but I'm not going to worry about that. The main thing is to look at that this is code that we can escape using this. Now the H is just the shortcut for HTML_escape. You could use that whole long name in the method, but most people just use H. So now another method that you can use here. Let me go ahead and delete that out of here real quick. Let me make a new comment. And a new comment about So this is a really large comment. So let's go ahead and create it. Hopefully it doesn't blow up on it. Now, what you'll notice, it kind of destroyed our layout here a little bit. And because these are not set up by CSS or anything, these cells are going to rescale based on what is inside of here. And I'm not liking that very much. I want this controlled a little bit. If someone wants to read this whole comment, they should just click on to show the comment. So I could go in and do my own thing where I'm shortening that down or whatever, but there's a helper already built in for us, and we're going to go in here and we're going to call it, it's called truncate, and we'll give it what we need, and we'll just say we want the first, let's try 20 and see what happens. Much better. Let's go to 30. And you can see what it's doing now. It's truncating down that comment so it doesn't show the whole comment. It just shows the first 30 characters. And then if I want to see the rest, I actually got to click in to actually see it. So that's how helpers work. They're really easy to embed into your code. There's a whole big number of helpers. There's pluralize, where you can actually have it pluralize different words. There's debugging, where you can actually get your parameters that are being passed in and out of your web forms. There's formatting, simple formatting you can apply, HTML type formatting. There's different things with number to phone number, numbers with delimiters, precision, number to currency. There's some time ones, you notice that also on the time one that it took care of displaying this properly for me so it looks decent. And I could actually modify that how it showed a little bit if I wished. So there's lots of formatting helpers, but there's actually other helpers that have to do with creating forms and links, and those are helpers. And in the next set of videos, we're going to go through how each of those helpers work.